Welcome to Back to Basics. We're going to be breaking down some common misconceptions about my favorite ingredients in your kitchen. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Emily. I create plant-based recipes that save you time and money.
Starting off, what kind should you buy? There are so many when you go to the grocery store. The best thing to keep in mind is that with olive oil, Freshest is actually best. So ideally, you want something that has been harvested within the last year. Olive harvests tend to happen in November, so if you can find a bottle that has a harvest date from like the previous November, that's probably gonna be the freshest and taste the best. If the bottles in your price range don't have a harvest date, that's totally okay. I recommend looking for something that is labeled as extra virgin and that is kept in a dark glass bottle like this. That's gonna prevent light from getting to the oil, which can lead it to go bad faster. So specific brands, Graza Drizzle is my personal favorite for like finishing dishes. Another really good option though is this Carapelli, which they do carry at Costco. Okay, number two, how to store it. Now, the most important factor when storing your olive oil is to keep it away from any light or heat. That is why that darker glass is really helpful. It's gonna protect your oil from going bad. I like to store mine in a cabinet on the other side of my kitchen away from my stovetop and my oven. That way no heat is gonna get in there to damage the oil before I've used it. And number three, how to actually use it. Gosh, it would take me all day to list the number of uses for extra virgin olive oil. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that the smoke point hovers between 375 and 400 degrees Fahrenheit. A smoke point of oil basically just means the temperature at which it begins to break down and literally smoke. For that reason, I tend to avoid really high heat situations with my olive oil. So if I'm roasting vegetables, I tend to use a different oil for that. I'm not really ever ambitious enough to deep fry something, but if I was, I would not choose olive oil for that.
As you try different oils, you'll really start to see the ones that you tend to gravitate towards with your own personal palate. So kind of like with coffee or wine, there really can be a range of flavor notes that you get in olive oil. Some will lean more herbal, grassy, others maybe a little bit more peppery. So I really recommend just trying a bunch, seeing which ones you like that fit your palate.